Reading chapter 5 and 6 in the Great Shark Escape. Chapter 5. The bus sub kept dropping downward. It felt like we would keep falling forever. That was a close call, Miss Frizzle said. Let's bump the bus back up to full size and explore more ocean life. Can we go home before we explore more ocean life? I asked hopefully. No way, Ralphie said. The ocean is awesome. Don't worry, Ralphie, Miss Frizzle told him. This field trip isn't over yet. Yay! Ralphie shouted. Ugh, I thought. I knew it. And I still hadn't found a report topic. We're on our way to the bottom of the ocean, the Frizz continued. Don't look so nervous, Arnold, Mr. Hill said to me. The ocean's not very deep here. The floor is only 300 feet down. Only, I thought. Hey, Liz, floor it, Carlos shouted. I think I can see the ocean floor, Keisha said. There was a small window in the floor of our sub. I looked through it. Sure enough, I could see the sandy golden brown bottom beneath us. But all of a sudden, it started to move. Whoa, Ralphie shouted. Miss Frizzle, what's going on? Tim asked. That sand is moving around. Miss Frizzle put the engine in reverse, just in time to stop us from landing on the shifting sand. Just then, something long, flat, and wide wiggled its way free of the sand and swam off. Mr. Hill chuckled. It wasn't the ocean floor that was moving, he exclaimed. It was an angel shark. Its flat body and sandy-colored skin allow it to bury itself in the sand and blend right in. According to my research, D.A. said, when an animal blends in with its surroundings that way, it's called camouflage. Very good, D.A., Miss Frizzle said. Camouflage is exactly what it's called. It helps the animal to sneak up on prey and hide from predators. That makes sense, Ralphie said. But this time, that angel shark's camouflage almost got it crushed by a magic skull sub. I'm going to do my report on angel sharks, Phoebe said. Miss Frizzle, I asked, are you taking us home now? Not just yet, Arnold, the Frizz said. Not everyone has a report topic. I'm also afraid that sudden reverse did some damage to our magic school sub. Just great. Now we're trapped in the deep blue ocean, and I still had to find a report topic. But Miss Frizzle wasted no time. She slid back a panel on the wall of the sub. There was a small closet behind the panel. Luckily, the sub is equipped with wetsuits and air tanks, Miss Frizzle said. We'll all put these on so we can go out and do some repairs. Miss Frizzle took the stuff out of the closet. There was even a tiny air tank for Liz. Everyone began getting dressed. The wetsuits have cables attached to them, said Miss Frizzle. As soon as you swim out the door, hook your cable to the side of the sub. I groaned. I knew I should have stayed home today. Don't worry, Arnold, Carlos said. This will be really cool. You can always stay home tomorrow. I hoped he was right. At this rate, I wasn't sure if we'd be home by tomorrow. But I let Carlos help me into my suit and tank. Then I followed him out the door of the sub. Miss Frizzle and the others were already out there. I found my cable and attached it to a hook on the side of the sub. Outside the sub it was quiet and eerie. I saw crabs and lobsters scuttling around the ocean floor. Mr. Hill pointed to some tiny bubbles coming up from the sand. There are clams under there, he said. All the animals you see down here can be dinner for the bottom-dwelling sharks. The Frizz was busy checking out the sub's engine. There's something stuck in the motor. It's just a little jammed, he told us. I'm glad it's just jammed and not jellyfished, Phoebe said. Miss Frizzle and some of the kids worked to fix the motor. The rest of us looked around. That's when I got this haunting feeling. Before I knew it, a long, silent, scary form was swimming toward me. It looked like some kind of shark, or the ghost of one. Its skin was pale pinkish white, and it had a long, pointy blade sticking out of its upper jaw. I was so nervous I couldn't move. Miss Frizzle? Wanda shouted. There's something weird headed toward Arnold. I could see everyone turn and look. The thing opened its mouth. My life flashed before my eyes. I was sure this was the end. Then the shark attacked my cable with its pointy teeth. I wanted to scream, but I was too scared. Then suddenly, it just swam away. I couldn't believe how lucky I was. I looked around and realized I wasn't all that lucky. The shark had bitten right through my cable. I wasn't attached to the sub anymore, and I was starting to drift far away. "Help me, you guys!" I shouted. I started to float upward. I couldn't stop. Then I felt a tug on what was left of my cable. "Don't worry, Arnold," D.A. called. "We've got you." D.A. and Tim reeled me in like a fish. What a relief. "Thanks, guys," I said. "What was that thing?" Ralphie asked. Mr. Hill looked very excited. "That was a goblin shark. We are very lucky to see one. Goblin sharks aren't often found in waters this shallow." "Some luck," I groaned. "Goblin sharks are rarely seen by people," Mr. Hill went on. "For one thing, they usually hang out in much deeper ocean." "You know what, Arnold?" Tim said. "The goblin shark might make a good topic for your report. You got a much closer look at that one than most people ever will." "No way," I answered. "I already know way more about goblin sharks than I ever wanted to learn." "Great," Tim said. "Then I'll do my report on it." Trying to turn the page, guys. That was fine by me, but I was a little worried about my report. What was I going to write about? It seemed like we'd been underwater forever, and I still hadn't picked a topic. "Arnold, I'm glad you're back safe," said the Frizz. "I'm also glad to announce that Phoebe and Carlos helped me fix the motor. The magic school sub is ready to roll. To the sub!"